Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning technically Sunday, the 24th of December, 2023, ending Friday the 29th. Obviously, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to all. This Monday, we are closed for Christmas Day, so there won't be anything there either. But, it's going to be a short week, and it's the most boring week of the year. So there's really not a lot to talk about, but let's just go through everything anyways. Here's the dollar index. This is the daily chart of the dollar. Has pulled back quite a bit and is back in the middle of the range for the whole year at this point. So never really got anywhere, even though it was breaking out the highs when interest rates were heading up more. Here's the euro dollar futures, kind of the opposite of the dollar index. Here's the pound dollar, also blah. Now let's get to the stock side. ES from the futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, and as you can see, look, we're at highs for all time at this point in time. Like we've made it all the way back. Having said that, we're almost 13 up on the seeker, which would be a sell signal. Last one we got was very near the highs back in July, and then we pulled back quite a bit until November. But at this point, I wouldn't expect anything this week to be representative of that. Here's the S&P Cash Index, obviously at highs. The ES, this is the intra-week action, so these are 10-minute candles. So you can see the prior Friday, and then this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when we sold off quite a bit with the Fed, and then Thursday gap up, and Friday, it wasn't with the Fed, sorry, and then Friday gap back up. And so at the end of it, we basically gained 20 points on the S&P. Not very exciting. NASDAQ side, pretty similar, just not much there for the session. Here's the Bitcoin. And it's up, obviously, 43,599, 43,600 basically, almost at all-time highs. Well, no, not all-time highs. Highs for the year, though, after the crash that happened the year before. So, good run for Bitcoin. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, is back up quite a bit. And actually, let me add, let's put the seeker on this real quick and just see something. So we're still not at a 13 there. The VIX, on the other hand, which had been going down and got to new lows, rebounded a bit here. Interesting time of year for that to happen. So we've got that on the VIX. Nothing. It's still only sitting at 13, so that's not really representing excitement in the market. Let's put it that way. The advanced decline ratio is back and forth all week. The trend closes at, why do I keep losing these settings? Closes at 1.99, and the 10-day moving average is not going to be anywhere near a sell signal at this point in time. So it is what it is there. All right, a couple of the big stocks we tend to look at just to close out the year here. Apple, not at highs, but near them. And obviously, if it made highs, it would get a 13 sell signal. So let's just be aware of that. Amazon, very near highs. Meta, very near highs. Google, very near highs. And actually, hold on, if I go to projection mode, no, not quite. But Google almost has 13 sell signal in place. By the way, Apple has down at the 12, it'll be 13, but it has a 13 sell signal on the weekly, which it hasn't had for a very, very long time. So that could be interesting for January on Apple and some of these other tech stocks. Goldman Sachs managed to make it all the way to highs. Got a high range base forming here now. Nice pattern there overall. Netflix also near highs. Tesla halfway in middle point of the year basically. Nvidia near highs and got a nice double cup handle forming here. Could be a breakout eventually. Zoom made it back up quite a bit and is closing out the year near highs. And First Solar, not so much. So that's kind of the year as we look at it, as we wrap it up. In terms of data coming out this week, obviously the world's closed on Monday, so Forex is even closed, so there won't be anything there in the currencies. Tuesday, you still got bank holidays in most of the countries except for the U.S., UK, Canada, everybody else is closed, Germany, Italy, Switzerland. So there's not really anything there. We do have the housing price index here in the U.S. at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Wednesday, Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. here. Thursday, the unemployment claims, that's the weekly number, and the goods trade balance and preliminary wholesale inventories at 8:30 here. Pending home sales at 10 a.m. Natty gas at 10:30. Crude oil inventories at 11. Friday, no data. Well, the Chicago PMI at 9:45. And that's it. And then here's the nice thing about this layout, even though this week's going to be horrible, most professional traders won't even trade this week. That's just how that goes. But It's going to be the lightest volume week of the year for sure, as it always is, and especially with Monday being closed. But the following Monday, we are closed for New Year's, and that's it. So we're going to print the statements on Friday. We have full days Tuesday through Friday, but they're going to be dead. The following Monday, closed for New Year's. And then on Tuesday next week, we get to kick off 2024 and get straight to work without any weird holiday disruptions where you have New Year's on like a Wednesday or something weird like that. So we will see what that leads us to as we head into an election year and gosh, just another trading year. Unbelievable. Charts as usual brought to you by NinjaTrader. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week. Have a great holiday season, and we will talk to you in 2024.